Hello, Oracles! Well, today I'm going to break down my production and delivery forecast for Q4 and the entire year. I'm not going to break down all of the different models and all of the different factories. I may do that this weekend. Just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of what the numbers are that I am looking at. So we know that Tesla decided to shut down for maintenance their factory over in Shanghai. It's not everything that is being shut down. The factory is not closed. They're just doing some regular maintenance. Now, we also did get some updates for January. We discussed how they're going to be closing down for the Chinese New Year. That lands on January 22nd. Reuters had reported that they're going to be shutting down from January 20th to January 28th. The actual time frame is going to be from January 21st through the 27th. So if we do end up getting our earnings call on January 25th, Shanghai will be shut down at that time for the holiday. So my production forecast for Q4 is 446,760. I originally, at the beginning of this month, had it at 463,000, which would mean that we would get us to 50% year-over-year growth for production. With them shutting down for the last week of the month, I dropped that down to the 446,000. This is going to give us a 47% year-over-year growth. Now, on the Q3 earnings call, they were very confident that they were going to get to 50% year-over-year growth. So perhaps Shanghai actually pushed a lot harder than we expected in December, anticipating this maintenance shutdown, and they have achieved that. So maybe I am very low on my forecast for production. Hopefully that is the case, but based upon the numbers that I have been going on, this is where I'm at. I missed by less than 0.5% for the November numbers. So again, if they did this push in the last month, then maybe I am a little bit short. Kairav, and if you guys do not follow him over on Twitter, please do. His link is down in the description below. He came in with a production forecast of 449,712. So between the two of us, we are both in the same ballpark, and we will see most likely on Monday, which is January 2nd. That should be the day that they release all of these numbers, and we will find out for sure. Now, for the full year forecast, I have production coming in at 1,372,807. Again, that is a 47% year-over-year growth. I originally had them at that 1.4 million, and again, that has come down slightly just because of all the different headwinds we faced this year. Obviously it was a huge challenging year, but 47% growth year-over-year is still extreme. Now, you also have to remember that because of Tesla's forecast of 50%, that is priced into the stock. So if we come in at 47%, that is still an awesome number, but that's not what was priced into the stock. So who knows how the stock is going to move when we get these numbers? Again, we will have to wait and see next week. Now, when it comes to deliveries, I am still around the consensus estimate of 430,000. I do need to get an updated number on that. Last I knew, analyst consensus was 430,000. If you guys know any different, please keep me updated. Usually we see updates in the last week or two of the quarter, so I don't know if we've seen these updates yet, but I'm still waiting on that. Kairav is coming in with a number of 427,094 deliveries for the quarter. So again, this is still a record number, up from the 343,000 that we saw in Q3. So even if we do miss the expectations of 430,000, it is still massive growth for the company. Based upon my numbers, we would come in with a year sales of 1,358,573. That is a 45% growth year over year. Again, falling short of that 50%, but still a very respectable growth at 45%. Now again, as Pierre Ferragu had mentioned in 2023, we may see similar numbers. We may see production only come in at maybe 45%. Now we do have Austin and Berlin ramping, so getting to that 50% year-over-year growth for production is probably going to be easier. Looking at the run rate right now, we are already at that run rate to hit 50% year over year. So hitting 50% production most likely going to happen in 2023. It's going to come down to deliveries, and deliveries may only come in at 45%, maybe a little bit lower, as Tesla is going to be pulling down prices, trying to pull a bunch of different demand levers to get that demand up. Tesla and Elon said that this is what they are going to be doing over the course of the year to get that volume number out there, which to me, that is more important than the margins. As Pierre said, they may take a couple of point margin hit over the year in 2023 just to get all of these units out there. Because if you're producing that number of vehicles but not delivering them all, then you're sitting on a big chunk of inventory. So of course, this was, the questions that we had of the China demand. Is Tesla intentionally pulling down production because they don't have the demand in China? You don't want to be producing all these vehicles if you can't sell them. So again, not saying that is what happened, but that is the mindset and mentality that is out there. So if we see that in 2023 and production is ramping, but deliveries are kind of fading just because of the fact that we're in a recession, we may see the prices come down on vehicles to get deliveries up, or they may cut down on production just because the deliveries aren't there. Something we will have to see as the year plays out. Sounds like Tesla would be more apt to drop the prices of their vehicles to get demand up and keep that production going. And so overall, I think it's going to be an awesome year. We are going to have a great quarter, whether it's the epic quarter that Elon has been saying. Don't know, you guys can let me know in the comments below. Do you think a number of that 425 to 430,000 deliveries is an epic quarter, or is that just meeting expectations? What are expectations, and where do these come from? Obviously, if we're looking at what Tesla's expectations are of 50% year-over-year growth, is Q4 really epic if we have not hit that? Granted, we can go back to Q2 and say, well, we had Shanghai that was shut down for 6 weeks. Huge headwind back there, and if you put all of those numbers back in, we would have hit that 50% year-over-year growth. So a lot of it is really going to come down to perspective. As far as I am concerned, seeing massive growth quarter over quarter is growth. And to me, I wouldn't call it epic, but I would definitely call it very nice growth and a company that is moving in this direction. And again, we face a lot of headwinds. We're in very difficult times. And for Tesla to still grow at the rate that they are growing, this is enormous. 2023 is going to be the big year for them. And again, I think it's going to be an even bigger year for legacy auto and startups because they're going to be in survival mode. And if they can't get through it, that is going to help Tesla become even more of a leader afterwards. So now we also got some numbers out of Norway. Tesla registered their 100,000th vehicle over in Norway, so congratulations to them. We know that Norway is the leader in the world right now when it comes to transitioning over to EVs. So to have 100,000 of them over there is amazing. So congratulations to Norway and Tesla over there. And now speaking about competition and legacy auto, sounds like Volkswagen is going to be releasing and revealing another EV come the CES in January. So we don't know if this is just going to be a prototype, if it's actually a production vehicle. We know that after the Herbert Diess was kind of booted out of there, they kind of changed their whole game plan as to what they're actually going to be doing. Don't know if they're too far behind the 8 ball right now. We will find out at the CES what they have to offer and if it's actually a viable product for the market coming up. And now at the time of this recording, Tesla is up over 3.5% pre-market. Again, we were extremely oversold. We've gotten through all of these shorts, so perhaps all of this tax loss harvesting that was going on is now done. Maybe there's a couple of stragglers that were waiting for all of this to get buried, have some buyers come back in before they cleared out to maybe make a little bit more money before taking those losses. Don't know for sure. We still have 2 more days left of trading in the year, so we'll see how it plays out the next couple of days. Quite honestly, I still do feel that I don't think 112, 109 is the bottom. I do think that we're going to get this little bit of a bounce. We'll get those numbers coming in for production and deliveries in the new year. And then we just have to kind of wait and see how the market reacts to that. But between that, again, CPI, PPI, jobs reports, FOMC, earnings, we may see a pull down. It sounds like a lot of people right now are looking at that $100 level. There's probably a lot of buyers that are going to come in right at that point. A lot of people I know are excited to see Tesla in the double digits just because they want to buy there. So if that's the case, if we end up hitting that $99 mark, probably see a lot of buyers coming in and push it back up. I have a feeling we're going to see a strong battle at that $100 level. And then if we do end up breaking below that, I will be eyeballing that $80 level. So again, I don't want to be negative about it. I'm actually excited to see the stock price pulling down to be able to buy at those levels. But I'm just kind of keeping my eyes open as to what could transpire over the near term. I think the next few months are still going to be rocky. And then as soon as the Fed tells us they are pausing with the rates going up, we will probably see a leveling of the market at near a bottom. And then we'll probably fluctuate up and down for the rest of the year, kind of fluctuating maybe on an upward type movement. Again, we'll just wait and see how the year plays out. I'm still going to hold true to what I had said at the beginning of this year, which is be an agile investor. Have cash ready to go, have cash flow coming in, be ready to move and take what the market is going to give us. That's really all we can do in this type of market, is just be ready to take advantage of whatever opportunities are presented to us. And as far as I am concerned, all of these prices that we're getting for Tesla are amazing opportunities, and I am taking advantage of them, but realizing that we may come down further and I may have even better opportunities ahead of us. So I just want to be ready for everything, and I hope you guys are as well. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you guys have for production and delivery forecasts for Q4 and the entire year? And this weekend as well, I'm going to try to do it. I'm not sure what day. I'm very busy this weekend. I may try to do it on Sunday afternoon. I'm going to do a live stream because I promised you guys that we would do a giveaway for whoever was closest to the price target at the end of the year. So I've got that full list. I will run down that list and we will do that giveaway. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all of the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, and all of my daily trades. We do have a Discord chat. That link is down in the description. And if you'd like to support the channel any further, we do have a membership program and a Patreon. Those links are also in the description. Thank you so much. Have a great one.